we have decided that in the midst of this craziness and quarantine, we're going to do a ramen review of a couple different types of ramen, calling it Ramening with J and K. Ramendevuing with J and K.
So we can redo that later. We have procured 3 different types of ramen for this particular review, or rather, this is what we already had on hand. They are Purmone spicy ramen,
Samyang ramen,
and Ottogi's Jin ramen. These all can be readily available at your local Korean supermarket. And can you talk about the criteria in which we're basing these?
Yes, so we're looking for a couple things. I will say the biggest difference between what we're looking for is I want spice. I really like spicy. She can't handle spice as much. But we're both kind of looking for flavor that's not like overpowered by or masked by spice. Also looking for a good al dente noodle. However, that's obviously like large in part based on how we cook it. I'm a big broth person. She's the nudes person. I'm the broth person. I'm looking for a not too salty broth. Expecting it to be salty, but not too salty. And then we just like, calories, like nutrition facts. Like we're just gonna compare them, but we're obviously not eating this to be healthy. So we'll be back. Okay, now ready.
And for each, just a little bit for color, for a little freshness. We like to add egg a lot of the time, but we didn't want to eat 3 eggs. And we didn't want it to like really effectively change if we put 1 egg in one or whether there was more yolk in one than another. We want it to be as objective as possible.
So no egg. But
so no egg. But normally, under normal circumstances, we would add an egg. Hi, we're back. We have to move kind of quickly because we don't want the noodles to get soggy and change our version of.
So we're gonna stuff our faces.
All right, let's start with the samyang.
So the orange one is samyang. Starting.
Go first.
I'm the white. Okay, just.
It's so.
I like that a lot, actually. Oof, you really want to try it. I like the spices there, but like, it's not overpowering.
I pick a very good, spicy without being too spicy, extremely flavorful. I didn't think the broth was overbearing, but it's like extremely flavorful. The noodles were a little
soft for you?
A little soft, borderline like slimy, squishy, but it could have just been
Cooked them too long.
yeah, because we were trying to do everything the same, and we tried at the same time, and
because these are the thinnest ones too.
yeah, and also I would have taken them out the second they softened a little bit, and then it wouldn't have been this way. But we were just trying to like quality control, like have everything the same. Right.
Okay, next is Jin ramen, the yellow one.
Go first. Oh, thanks. Very similar.
I feel like that's gonna be the different one. Those news. So hot.
Very hot. I probably shouldn't have eaten as much as I did
Yeah, are
at
you
one
okay?
time. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Interesting. This is actually saltier to me.
This is spicier to me. I can't tell if it's like the spices are just adding up onto each other, and whatever was like not so spicy is now becoming more spicy by like repeated exposure.
Or also because of the heat. Like the heat can make it feel more spicy than it is.
Right, but I would have felt that with this.
Yeah, but I feel like you took more.
Okay,
sooner with that.
possibly. Yeah. So far I think this the spice of this overrides the flavor for me. That one was more flavorful for me.
So far, yeah, I actually like this one better, but I feel like if I just got to like go to town with broth on this, I'd really like it.
Okay, maybe we should do a after the fact.
Yeah,
broth.
like just a couple sips.
Okay, and the last one is this air dried. I'm pretty sure actually
It looks different.
Haengmyeon means fresh or like something. So something in the process of this, the noodles were processed differently. Anyways, yeah, but it looks almost more
And it,
pasta-y.
yeah, it does. And like the sauce is actually staining the noodles in a way that it doesn't do with regular or with other ramen I've seen. I guess is the best way to say that.
Yeah, and it's a little more soupy than brothy.
This is different. I want to say my opinion yet. And the mine actually on this one because the noodles are like very different.
The noodles are a little fatter, a little different. Like somewhere between a ramen and an udon noodle. But I don't know if this is again the progression, but I feel like with each broth it gets less flavorful and more hot and spicy without like a flavor component that adds to it.
Which is interesting because I love spice. Spice is like my favorite flavor, and I can have spice overpower flavor and have it and still love it. But this is actually my least favorite one.
Interesting.
There's something to the flavor for me that like even with the spice, it's my least favorite.
All right, we'll eat a little bit more and update you on how we feel.